Live. I'm going to go live here now. Hi, it's Burnley Slaven. Thanks for joining me on Facebook and YouTube Live. And thanks as always to the sponsors, GRS Insulation, Galaxy Blinds, Smith & Friends Estate Agent, Cleveland Systems Engineering. Just straighten that up. Dovecot, Advanced Utility Solutions, Heroes and Legends, Cornerstone and TGM Cars. The team tonight, obviously we travel to Burnley. Burnley's high flying, great defensive record, and we knew it was going to be tough. And the team that Michael Carrick went with, it was the same team that played Hull City. Only one change, Deng was in for Saul Bryn. So it was Deng in goal, Bozes, Dick Steele, the full-backs, Fry and Edmondson, the two centre-backs, Bazog on the left, Doak right, Beleza, Hackney, Conway and Azaz. On the bench was Clark McGree, Latty Laugh Jones, Aileen Gilbert, Howson, Saul Bryn and McCormack. So what game did I see? I thought first half we were under the cosh for the off, the opening 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, Beleza, inside right, puts a great ball through. Dick Steele gets busting, 1-on-1. He looks as if he's going to ground and he dinks it over the keeper who's going to ground. It was a great finish, great start. So, well done, Dick Steele. I thought Dick Steele was excellent tonight. I've said for quite some time, I think it's about time he gets in the starting lineup. Bad positioning from our keeper, obviously I'm going to come to that. Who's that from? Hi Bernie, great point. I hope you have a great week, Darren Smith. It was a great point and bad positioning by the keeper cost us the game. No, I'll be honest to say, we started off opening 10 minutes, we never got a kick. Then all of a sudden we scored a goal 13 minutes in. But they were, in it's my opinion, they were the better team first half. They should be, they're at home, they're flying high. They've only lost 2 games in 18 before tonight's game. So although we're doing really well, so are they. But anyway, they scored the goal, 30 odd minutes, 37 minutes. The boy came in for the right, lad Roberts, he went to play a 1-2, came back in, I think it was a bit of fluke in it, and he's got it, and he's cross-chipped it, or hit it and chipped it. It was a strange goal, watch it. But Dieng is off his line, and Dieng hasn't got the footwork to track back and put it over the bar. So he's caught cold. Ball goes flying over his head, it's a goal. Poor goalkeeping, yeah. Poor positioning, yeah. Could he have did better? Definitely. Remember, we could have closed the ball down as well. The lad did a free shot, so the midfield went a missing. So the lad did a free hit, and Dieng was sleeping because he was way off his line. Maybe he wasn't expecting it, but Saul Bryn's went out. No reason he was out, just dropped. And Dieng's come in, and the goal, you would have to say, is down to him. But I have to say, before it gets to the keeper, you have to say somebody has to close the ball. We didn't do it. It was a free hit, and the keeper's off. Good evening, Burnley. Great point in crap conditions. This is with Paul Ronald. Missed 2 great chances to win the game. I'm going to talk about that as well with Edmondson missing. So Edmondson, Azaz gets the ball, free kick, inside right, dinks it. Edmondson's up, 6 yards out, puts it in any corner, fluffs it, goes by the right hand post, sitter. I agree, sitter. I wish the wind being strong, Deng would stay close to his line. Also wish he'd release the ball quicker. He messes about too much with the ball. We move on to Leeds now. Yeah, you're right, Paul. What's this one? Give far too much away. Tuesday will be ding dong game 3-3. Yeah, look, a point in your travels against decent teams is a good point. But the only thing, you look at the home game and you think Blackburn's a half decent team. They've got 2 games in hand over us. They could go above us if they won the 2 games, but better a bird in the hand than 2 in the bush, that old cliche, that saying. But they've got 2 games in hand. But hey, we went, we never got beat, we never got embarrassed. We took the lead against a run of play. And then we come into it, second half we were in it. We had a few shots, not great shots, but tame shots towards their keeper who was comfortable, and the Bazog had one. I think Hackney had one. There was one as well, ball over the top. I think it was Belazer again. Hit it over the top. Latty Laugh came on for Conway. Conway wasn't in it. Ball over the top. And it bounces up. And Latty, the keeper's coming out, middle of the goal. He's coming out towards the 18-yard box. And Latty Laugh seems to, he tries to get it with his foot, but it hits his shin and goes straight to the keeper, who parried it, and then he cleared the danger. But that was another chance. Even in Burnley, hiya Kev Mohammed, hiya mate. Stephen Francis saw me. It's a looping shot. It was a shot, it was a loop. Did he mean it? I mean, it looked as well crafted, but did he actually mean it? I think he just meant to hit it. I don't think he was aware that Dieng was 10 yards off his line. But Dieng, usually you see keepers, when they know they're getting done, they track back and parry over the bar. Well, Dieng didn't really move, did he? He just sort of watched it floating over his head. Andrew, I hope they are. Well, I don't know what it is. But it was a good goal for their point of view. Poor fears, as I say, first and foremost, nobody closing it down. The lad plays the 1-2, gets it, lifts his head, dinks it, we'll call it a dink, and it's over the keeper's head. There was no real ferocity in his shot. He wasn't really looking to bust the ball. It was just a delicate hit, and it looked really good when it flew over the keeper's head, but no from your point of view. More than happy with a point against a solid Burnley teams for Mohammed. Hi Mohammed. A great second half for Borough. I think Edmondson should have put his header away, bring on Leeds. No, without a doubt, the big man will know that. You know, people get in position. I always say, you should have scored, could have scored, maybe have scored, but Big Edmondson should have scored. He'll know that, and he'll be, when he come back to the coach tonight, he'll be reflecting, thinking, I had a chance of putting that ball away, but it happens. Great ball. Fair result. In the end, it was, Connie. I think shame we didn't get the win though. If only Latty Laugh was able to round the keeper with his chance. So when it comes in, Latty Laugh, it sort of bounces up. So Latty Laugh is struggling to get it on the floor to round the keeper. You know, a sort of a bit of bounces that approach between him and the keeper, which made Latty Laugh put his leg up, hit his shin. I mean, if he controlled it with his foot, he could have got it in the ground, but he didn't. But it was a great ball over the top. I don't think Saul Bryn deserves to be dropped. Well, in the modern... Latty Laugh scored, what, 68 games? He's dropped. As I say, the likes of Latty Laugh getting nearer the January window, I look at Latty Laugh's position thinking, he's on the bench again. He can't be happy. January window, anybody comes in, would he be more than happy to move? Probably. Why? Because he can't get in the team. He's on the bench. And I'll be honest, I think after watching tonight, with the chopping and changing, I think Latty Laugh will play against Leeds. I think Conway will be on the bench. Conway wasn't really in it. Never really get going. You okay, Bernard Joseph? Yeah, I'm that, Mohammed. Great point for Borough tonight. I thought Dick Steele was my man of the match in tonight's game for Borough. It was a fine goal. As I say, if you've not seen it, Balezer's got it inside right. He's pierced it through behind the defender and the left back, the central defender, and he's got on it, and the keeper's coming out, and he's falling to the ground, and he's dinked it, just chipped it delicately over. The keeper went right down to ground level. He just dinked it over him. Great finish, great run, and I thought there was he had a fair old battle with the wingers tonight. The guy he was up against was a good player. He was tricky, he was fast, but Dick Steele stuck to his task and did the job so well that the lad get taken off near the end. But yeah, a point away from home. See, if we win the home games and get points here and there and keep picking up, we'll not be far away. But we're still sitting pretty, we're still sitting fifth. It's a good point. Dieng never caught a thing all game. All he does is slap the ball, which creates more pressure, Bernie. Mark, hi Mark Whiter. Yeah, I think a lot of keepers are comfortable doing that rather than try to catch it, try to parry it away, punch it away. Goalkeepers are meant to meet the ball at the highest point, but these days I don't think Dieng's one of the biggest keepers I've seen. Well, he's not. But yeah, there was a couple of, don't get me wrong, I'm watching it on the TV. I take it the conditions is poor down there. There will be swirling winds. That's confusing for outfield players and for goalkeepers. So, but I'm not saying that's anything to do with the goal. bad positioning. It shows you how far we have come. When I'm slightly disappointed we didn't put at least another one, as we call in Everton, one of our second half chances away. Great commitment and point though. Yeah, look, the lads gave it their all. I tell you what I like tonight. Doak gave a couple of, was it Hackney he gave the bashing to? Oh, he gave it to somebody second half before, and then he get the hook. Carrick must have noticed he was getting frustrated and he gave him the hook. Doak again influential. There was one bit of made in Scotland magic when he got it on the right, danced by 2-3 players, shot, and it just went by the right hand post. First half, great effort. Where are we? Dick Steele outstanding tonight. Great signing from Woodgate. Oh, Woodgate bring him in, did he? Did we know have a director of football then? That's Michelangelo Rotano, the great painter. Bernie, do you think we outplayed? Different class, Klein and Yan? Do you think we were outplayed? I think he was meaning to do we were outplayed. I thought first half they were a better team. They moved the ball quicker. They didn't fanny about the back. They scored a fine goal. They had about 6-7 corners. We'd won in the first half. But the second half, no doubt, we've had a talk at half time. And I thought we were more prominent and direct and took more responsibility in the second half. And it was them. As the game wore on, 80 odd minutes, the weather deteriorated, the game deteriorated. It's a spectacle. There was a lot of misplaced passes and hoofs. But I think both teams will be fairly happy with a point. Matt says, you play well, you stay in the team. I'd love Carrick to explain why Bryn was dropped. Well, the modern chat now is a rhetoric is he's rested. It's a squad game. As I say, squad game, but certain players never get dropped. So if it's a squad game, you need to drop everybody, to be fair, don't you? As I say, I don't think it's good long-term for morale. As I say, approaching January, my thinking is, Latty Laugh, anybody comes in, Latty Laugh gets half a sniff, he'll be off. If he can agree the personal terms and the club can agree, he'll be off in a flash. Why? Because obviously there was something on in the summer, it never happened. And if it happens again, we've not been in the team, I think he'll be more agitated and aggravated and thinking, do you know what? If a team pays a lot of money for me, they're going to give me a start, they're going to give me a game every week, rather than playing second string here or up against Conway. I reckon Burnley threw everything at us. We handled it quite well. Yeah, as I say, second half we came to terms with it, but the first half was a bit of a shocker. You know, after playing the likes of Hill and QPR and no taking away, we've been magnificent. 21 goals in about 6 games, amazing, astounding. But Blackburn was poor. Not poor, but we lost the game. We were average. And tonight, first half we were second best, but then we came into it and we could have won the game. Edmondson had the best chance of the game when he fluffed his header. Good point, Bernie. It's for Chris87. Good point, Bernie. Good to see Dick Steele doing well. I will still play 2 up front, Latty Laugh and Conway. So Latty Laugh and Conway. I don't think Carrick knows who's his best. Neil Rach says, good result, very difficult place to go. Would have taken a draw the start of the match. Bring on Leeds. Look, anybody that knows about football, going there on a Friday night, under the spotlight, conditions, a team that's the best defensive record, I think, 4 leagues. And only been beat twice in 18. We've been in the Cressy away, banging in goals for fun. Obviously, it didn't come tonight, but Dick Steele got us a point. But Dick Steele, I just thought Dick Steele was, defending was good, his positioning was good, his pace is good, he's obviously fit, he was up and down that right flank, and he scored the goal. Overall, happy with a point, as if for Matt Scott. Burnley, but not happy with the ends keeping. Had time to move a step back and the ball out of the air. What did Saul do to be replaced, Bernie? I don't get it. Whoa, it's like Latty Laugh. Latty Laugh scored a hat-trick 2 weeks ago, and then in the midweek game he played Blackburn, and then Blackburn, then he was missing the next game. As I say, I didn't play 1920, but when I played, it was, you got rewarded with your performances. You stayed in the team with what you did. These days, doesn't matter what you do, you can score 5 and you'll be on the bench next week. Some players can handle that. Some players can't. But if it's a rotational game, which the majority of teams do, why do all the star players never get dropped? Look around the world, look at all your greatest players in the world. Do they ever get dropped? They play at international level, they travel the world, they play every game for the club. Never dropped. Never dropped. So why is it we do it? I know the majority do it, but why? Why? Is it because you got a big squad of 28 and you try and keep everybody happy and you're juggling everything? So, we'll give Belazer a game tonight, or we'll give him a game. I know Morris is injured. Belazer's done well, a couple of good balls tonight, Belazer. Paul Ronald says, Doak was class again tonight. Had that go of getting in when he took about 4 of the Burnley defenders on. I mentioned that, Paul. Would have been goal of the season. Yeah, if you didn't see it, Doak come in on the right. There's 2 players. He's on the edge of the box. And he dances by 2, drops his shoulder goodbye, another one, and another one, and he curls it, destined for the bottom right hand corner. It's just off target. But he was fiery tonight, Doak. As I say, before he got the hook near the end of the game, he was giving one of his teammates an ear bashing. He was moaning. I like that. It's healthy. Matt says, yep, I'd like that too, when Doak bollocked Hackney for not feeding him the ball. Yeah, it was Hackney. Stephen Horn says, let off track. I had the day off work. My daughter was watching Yorkshire Vet and you were on. Oh, was that on the day, was it? I didn't know. So Stephen's telling me he had a day off work and his daughter was watching Yorkshire Vet. Is it the one? I don't know, I didn't see it. Is it one when I took my dog in? Because I love animals, as most people know, and I took my dog to the vet, had something on his mouth, and the vet, I had to take it there, and yeah, it was on, the cameras were there, I don't know what was on the telly, but it might have been that episode. I liked it when Doak, rolling your teammates a good thing. Come on, wait, I'm on, give me the ball early, time you play it, I'm offside, play it early. And he gave him an air bashing. A point was good, but the aim was totally out of position. I think Bryn would have dealt with it better to Stephen Daly. Initially, wasn't keen in Dixdale left back, proved me wrong, which is good. Yeah, as I say, Azaz, living game, never scored a goal. I'm thinking, dear me, he needs to contribute. Bang down goals. Right, the night, put the ball on the plate, should have been a goal by Big Edmondson. But Dixdale, I've been saying for the last couple of months, Ailing, great career, wrong side of 30. Dixdale been out on loan, more mature now, settled in. He must be given a chance now. He'll spoon feed Doak. He can get by Doak. Ailing couldn't get by Doak. And defensively, he's quicker than Ailing. Ailing experience is a great thing, but I think Dixdale's experience now. He's been here a few years. He's knuckled down. He's not tossed it off. He's not moaned or groaned. I've not seen any bad press about him. He looks a good kid. And he certainly, if you look at reflecting the goal against Leeds in the Cup, when we battered them in the Cup, let's hope we can repeat that. And then the goal tonight. So he's got a couple of goals. Well done to him. I mean, he's got 2. Hackney's got 2. Hackney's midfield. This kid's only played a few games and he's fullback. So well done to him. Stephen Patton says, tough conditions, tough game. We're happy with a point. Also love Ben Doak's reaction near the end when he had a right go to Hayden for not giving him the ball. Love to see that. That's passion. That he could toss it off and think, all right, you didn't give me him, no ball. I see it every week happening. I've seen it for years at Middlesbrough. No, my day, beyond that, when I did the commentary and beyond, well, no, when Rav was here, Rav liked him on. But the last 10 years, players have started to talk to themselves rather than give it to their teammates. And it's healthy and it's good. And I watch it and think, go on, son, give them it. Get the ball early. Simon Swinbank says, good point against a very good side. Plus, I called the result earlier. Conway was a little disappointing. I thought, yeah, he wasn't then. Look, the lad's done well since he arrived here. He's been banging in the goals and he looks the part and he doesn't hype it. Didn't get a lot. I think they had one of the heat maps at half time. Right, he touched the ball about 5 times. I mean, hey, if you're going to go that route, some people might not know, but if you say to a player, if somebody says he was outstanding tonight, and you say, well, how long was he on the ball in 96 minutes? A player who has had a great game, I'm talking about touches of the ball, how many minutes you get on the ball in 95, 96 minutes? 2.5 minutes. And people could say, oh, he had a great game tonight, and you've touched the ball for 2.5 minutes. Unbelievable, isn't it? I remember hearing that years ago, and I was thinking, wow. 2.5 minutes, people say, what a game he's had. I think 1-1 was a fair result, considering they were all over us the first half. They were. We had a couple of decent chances. This is for Mark Barnes. In the second half, we were more aggressive. If George got that on target, it would have been a win for us, Burnley. Yeah, as I said, the last chance I thought was a great chance. The ball was over the top. They obviously hadn't. Conway's not as quick as Laugh. Laugh was on his bike. Great ball over the top. Keeper can rush in out. Central of the goal. Towards the 18-yard box. If Laugh could have got it down, he could have rounded and put it in the net. But it sort of bounced up. And the way he hit it, he hit. The keeper sort of parried it. It hit Laugh's shin. And the opportunity went. In a way, that was a 6-pointer. So such a shame we couldn't nick 3 points from Burnley, who've only lost 2 all season. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. But hey, we never got beat. First half, yeah, they were better than us, but we went in at half time 1-1, and we came out and gave them a fair bit back in the second half, and could have won it. Edmonton's chance, if you've not seen it, that's the one. Azad's free kick inside right, puts it on a plate, 6 yards out, middle of the goal, and Big Edmondson put it left or right, and he missed cues and he was by the right hand post. Sitter. Continental management is swaying the English managers to play the same way. Unfortunately, most teams aren't good enough for Steve Daly to do it. Well, Steve, I was asked the other day, was I doing the Red Radio? I was asked the other day, somebody asked her, it was an email or text or whatever, they were saying the amount of goals that's going in now is unbelievable. What's it down to? It's down to fanning about the back, messing about in the wrong areas, gambling, taking chances, taking risks, suicidal football. That's why the goals are flying in. The days of Jack Charlton, I never seen Jack at Middlesbrough, but I heard his team was a great team. And they were great, got promotion record number of points and did brilliant. But I bet they didn't fanny about the back. Jack would have strangled them. And I know that because I played with Jack, under Jack for the Republic for 3 years. And I've seen this no messing about the back. We don't do it. Even now, I see now, I was taught, and I was a forward, our team was taught, and any team was taught, when you get the ball as full backs or centre backs and you play it back to the keeper does not stay central of his goal. He goes to either side, outside the post. So if you pass it back and he slips or whatever, hits a rabbit, it doesn't go in the goal. But no, the goalkeeper stays central, they play it back to the keeper and he messes about at the back in front, or right in front of his goal. And it's common sense, surely. If you're looking for trouble and you're not very good at it, well, if you're not very good at it, you're looking for trouble, you're inviting pressure, unnecessary pressure, and that's why the goals are flying in left, right and centre. And people say, why are you always scratching your nose? Because I've got a cat, I always give the cat a kiss and it's singing my nose. The downside, not playing over the weekend, our last wants to go to Christmas shopping. Oh dear me, I'll tell a wee story in a minute. Wants to go Christmas shopping, hate shopping, can't wait for the Leeds game for Steve Horn. So Steve Horn's on a moan because game's tonight, he has to go tomorrow. So here's a wee story. I'm not into politics, never have been, never will be. They're all liars. Couldn't lie straight in bed, all bent as bananas. I'm sitting today, I've arranged a big Pallister. Pally's phoned, had a chat, and do you want to meet for a coffee? So we meet for a coffee locally. And then my missus bumps into Archie Stevens. Oh, where's Bit Eyes with Pally's in such and such having a coffee. So Archie turns up. So it was like the old 16, Pally, Archie, myself, having a coffee and a scone or whatever. And then Archie heads off, and then all of a sudden, this entourage walks in with like a bodyguard and a cameraman and a few people. So I'm sitting here, Pally sitting in front of me, And then right here, next to him, right here, a politician. Who was it? Who was it? Did we talk to him? No. I hope not in any of the pictures. I don't vote anybody. I'm in with nobody. But yeah, just thought, dear God, you're talking football and effing and jeffing, and here's this mobbing with the computers and the cameras. And Matt says, hope your boy gets well. Bernie, pets are part of the family, mate. Hope your boy gets well. Oh no, yeah, it's a gill. It's a gill. 2 dogs I've got. Used to go to school with Pally at Freddie Nat. Love when Doc shouted at Hackney, the misplaced pass. Need to see more of that. The squad. Yeah, my dog's fine. No, it's fine, but just had to go in and get a wee job done. And yeah, I love animals, Matt. Love them. Malcolm says, hi Bernie, a good point. Would have been nice to get 3. We go again, Leeds, who will be after revenge after we dumped them out of the cup. Need to win on Metal again to meet the challenge. It's a great shame, but if you go to Leeds and you get a point, it's another great point away, and you think that's when you have to win your home games. That's when you definitely, if you want to stay in the pack. Matt Scott says, I thought Neto on the left had one of his best games tonight. What did you think, Bernie? Well, Bazog and Bazog. What was the team? You're not saying his name right, are you? Borges. Where are you getting Neto for? Borges and Bazog on the left. So you're Neto. It might be first name. I don't even know his first name. Just call me their second names. The left-hand side wasn't as prominent or direct or as effective as the right. The left still a wee bit of a problem. McGree came off the bench 80 odd minutes. Never, I don't even know if he get a kick. Even Bernie, I think Hackney should spend more time practicing how to pass the ball. David Hales. There was one ball hit second half. It was a great ball. Should have did better. Plays it inside left. Late on. But yeah, Aidan Hackney huffed and puffed as well. Don't think he was greatly in it. Don't think Conway was greatly involved. Asaz was flirted in and out of the game, but still had a couple of telling passes. Beleza had a few telling passes. But I think everybody would look at Dick Steele and thought, do you know what? Kid's done brilliant. Second half, we didn't make use of the wind like they did in the first half, Tony Smith. Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell what way the wind was blowing in the living room, although if you opened the window, you should be able to tell. But good evening, Bernie. I am at a point on the road is always a decent, but the goal we conceded, why change a win in defence unless you're forced to? Sene needs to move his feet quicker, especially if he's on the edge of the 6-yard box. We go again, shows you up the borough. You're right, Mark. As I say, he doesn't move his feet. So when he sees the ball in flight, I know it's gone fairly quick, but it was like a chip. It wasn't a blast. It was like a shot, but a chip with it. I think put it this way, in my day, if I was playing and Stephen Pears had done that and watched it floating over his head, I'd shout, Pearsy, get your feet moving, man. I would give him an ear bashing, the ginger one. I love Pearsy, but I would certainly, the lads would have as well. There was no movement. He just sort of caught hold, took root, looked at it going over his head. Poor goal we concede. But I agree. If you mess players around and you're chopping and changing regular, and sometimes you deserve what you get. Do you think a lack of passion over the last 10 years or so is due to the constant changes of the team, with loan players coming in and going out, not like the settled teams of the past? Having said that, Carrick seems to be building something. If he's allowed to continue, I'm sure he'll be allowed to continue. Hiya, David Baker. Well, over the last 10 years, before that we had players and contracts. Saying that, a lot of the big guns like Rav and Janino all jumped ship as soon as we get relegated against Leeds at Ellen Road. So there was no continuity there. Merson and all that came in. Short periods, did the business. Merson was terrific. I mean, I was fortunate. I played in a time when the majority were local lads. Loved the club. Wore the shot with pride. Genuinely loved it. and there was a great camaraderie there. I think this team look as if they portray as if they all got on with each other. I think it's a good thing. Because you only need one bad apple in the dressing room to upset the apple cart. And I don't think that as far as I know, and to the outside looking in and what I hear, they all get on, they're all good lads, they like a laugh and a joke, but they're together. But the ear bashing thing with wee Doak, good. Let's hope more of them start doing that. Waking your teammates up if you're not doing it, if you want the ball earlier, waking them up. Burnley good away point in blustery conditions. Raw next match, Des in Watford. Hiya Des O'Leary in Watford. Waterford, sorry, not Watford. Waterford, Ireland. Ian Plum says, good evening, Burnley. A well-earned point tonight against a top championship side at the start of this season. I would have happily taken the league position we're in now. On to dirty Leeds, 3 points up the borough. Yeah, dirty Leeds. A few Leeds flags up this neck of the woods, isn't there, Ram? I always see the odd, well, a few Leeds flags flying around. Or listening to the guys commentating, I used to work with him, Gary Weaver. I heard him saying a wee start of the night that Burnley's got the youngest team in the championship. Good going that, innit? Obviously got relegated, sold a lot of players, young team. You can see the whippersnappers, they're all fairly quick and direct. The thing I liked about them is in the first half, they shifted the ball quick, didn't mess about in the wrong areas, and they were direct, and the wingers like to take on our defenders. And they did create a few chances. But yeah, but to get a point, it's a good point. Good point. Everyone blaming the keeper for that goal. The win took Gary Upex. I'm not a goalkeeping expert, but he's off his line whether it's windy or no. And if it's windy, you definitely don't go off your line. So let's be real here. Let's not forget the deflected save he done unreal. Yeah, he had a good save with the deflection, he did. But, Gary, I said, first and foremost, we never close it down. You don't close it down, the guy gets a free hit. But when he hits it, it's a chip shot, a dink. And he doesn't backtrack. Now, if it's windy, you don't come off your blinking line. So, that's it in a nutshell. And if you do come off your line, you need to shuffle your feet and get back to try and attempt to put it over. I don't think he did. So, yeah, you obviously know a fan of the young keeper who got dropped. Well, I'm not blaming it on Dieng, but Dieng's just come out of the cold and the young keepers did nothing wrong. And some people don't like that. I don't like it personally, I don't like that. I know that's the way the game is, but, you know, young Saul Brent must be thinking, but same as Letty Laugh. 6 goals in 8 games, hat-trick a few weeks ago, dropped tonight. I think Letty Laugh will be in against Leeds. Pleased with that, great effort. Second half we could have taken all 3 points. Tuesday, Mega Plus. We'll be watching for Roger Scales. We'll be watching with the Leeds fans. I'll be quietly optimistic. So you're watching it with Leeds fans, or I'd put a gag on. Yeah. Don't be upsetting all Leeds fans. Steve Daly says, we need a decent result against Leeds, mate. I live in Goatland. Oh, yeah, Goatland? Whitby. Whitby is full of Leeds supporters living in the 70s. Still think Bremner's captain. Yeah, they'll think Bremner and Lorimer and Sniffer Clark and all that. And yeah, can imagine. Good passionate supporters. They are. Steve, where I am, there's one Leeds fan. Talks with that big deep voice. Oh, Leeds. Mental about Leeds. Great guy, but passionate, dear me. But Leeds fans, they stay like 15-20 minutes after games now, carry on, don't they? I think win, lose or draw, singing whatever they sing. But, yeah. He never caught a thing all night, Gary. Here's Jeff saying, enjoy yourself at Stockton Town tomorrow. Biggest game in the history. Hope you bring him some luck. Jeff Winter, my old mate. Jeff the ref, my pal. Referee. He did bits for Stockton. I only get roped in because somebody said, well, the guy that runs radio said, do you want to do a commentary gig at Stockton? I thought, Stockton? Last minute thing, but hey, Jeff, might be off. Look at the weather. They reckon there's going to be a monsoon during the night and hurricanes. Might not have a roof on this building tomorrow. Let's hope it's on. Good luck to Stockton. And Borough fans, I would say to you, Borough's played tonight. Go and see your local sides. And and cheer them on. Stockton, big game. Big game. Right, I'm going to read a few of these. I'm glad I got a wee break because I always neglect them and I probably won't do it. Right, where are we? So, Joe says Dieng's a liability. I wouldn't go that far. Look, Dieng's proven he's made some great saves during his stint at Middlesbrough. I don't like messing him at the back. Sometimes I think he's too relaxed. You know, you can imagine him walking along the beach like cool and calm and, well, super cool. But he's not a liability, but he has, all keepers make clangers. And it's always highlighted in, but same as strikers. Striker missed chances are highlighted. Some people get hung running quarters. And Dieng tonight, if you ask Dieng to his face, I'm sure he'd say, yeah, my positioning was wrong. I get done. Mick says, taking the lead through Dixdale was terrific, but the goal we conceded was poor. Jed says, you can see why Burnley are up there. But without a doubt, Burnley's a good team. And do you know what? I like Scott Parker as well. Good communicator, good in front of cameras, always dressed well, smart, articulate, was a smashing player. I don't think he was a glamour player like Steven Gerrard or that, but he was, he was a very good player. Played for England. Hard done by in certain managerial roles. I thought, what was his last role when he opened his mouth? Had to go to the boys above and got his marching orders. I admired that. I thought, yeah, good on you. Because everybody knows, everybody that's coach or manager at a football club professionally, they know everything that goes on. But they're not meant to say the majority of what goes on. They're meant to stay stump. But some people can't help it. The adrenaline flows, the passion, and then they think, to hell with this, I'm just going to let a bit go here. And then end up getting sacked because they tell the truth. It's like this country, you tell the truth, you end up in jail, don't you? Leo says, Conway never got a kick, Bernie, in the first half. Yeah, look, Conway's been very good since he arrived. And he's a workhorse as well. He's got a bit of pace, but he's more of a runner. He's not going to be a player that holds it up and turns and shields the ball. He's not one of them. But tonight, never really into it. Certain games, that happens. Don't blame him, you blame the teammates. Jamie says, despite us taking the lead, they always looked like scoring. They did, Jamie. I always felt it, that despite us taking the lead, they were still in the game, still dictating things. And eventually, you couldn't say they didn't deserve a goal. Den says, I don't know how Dixdale doesn't play more games. Well, I think it's part of this rotation, and Aileen's come in. I don't know what's in his contract, but Aileen, I think he signed a year, and he's obviously 33 and been a great ambassador for Leeds, a great player for Leeds, and he's done very well for Middlesbrough. But are we building for the future or building for now? Aileen won't be there next year. Well, we definitely won't get a game next year, wouldn't they think? I think his knees, he always straps his knees up, which indicates that he's got issues with his knees. But Dixdale's a younger, more vibrant, quicker, more direct fullback who will spoon feed Doak. Good luck to Middlesbrough's women's team against Newcastle women's team in the FA Cup tomorrow. Okay, and I've read it. So good luck to Middlesbrough's women's team against Newcastle's women's team in the FA Cup tomorrow. So good luck to them. Our left side didn't function as well as the right. That's with Flem. No, Curtis Fleming, is it? No, it didn't, but in patches with certain things. I mean, Big Bazog's a handful as well. He drifts in and out tonight, but he's not a shy lad. He gets in amongst it as well. Marco says, I see Micah Hamilton could be on his way out. He's on loan. Yeah, he is on loan. He's probably not settled as yet. And if he did move, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. You know, he's not been prominent. He's not been given a run of games. He's looked lightweight. And when you look at the wee man Doak coming in, 18, and I think Mika is about 21. Yeah, Mika's not developing the way Doak's developing. I know totally different players, but I heard Mika likes to play on the right, but he's not going to get in there with Doak, just like Jones isn't getting in there with Doak. But if he was to move, hey, look, coming for the top league where he is with Man City with a pure football, when you come to these divisions, the guys you're playing against don't give a flying. They'll top you, they'll do you. And I think it's a wee bit of that as well. He's realising how tough it is in this division. Guys, when the ball's on the other side, guys pulling you, elbowing you, tugging you, booting you. A lot of that, there's no doubt he's on in the top flight, but in the top flight there's better footballers. So I think he's obviously, don't forget Morgan Rogers. We thought, I knew he had a bit of skill and hey, rough diamond, but when we let him go, everybody went, oh well, he'll be going to sit in the stands at Villa. Now everybody's raving about him. He's playing in Europe. He's playing top draw football. He's scoring goals. He got an England, well, he was in England squad, last England squad, wasn't he? So anything can happen. January window fast approaching. This is for Tell. Do you see anyone coming in or going, Burnley? I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm not privy to anything. I can only tell you what my gut thinks. The way we operate, we are a selling club, always have been, always will be. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way you keep the club afloat. It's always good business when you keep the club afloat and pay all the debts. But as a fan, and I'm a fan, I'm not a chief executive or a chairman, I'm a fan. And if a Latte Laugh was to go, I think it knocks the confidence and knocks the... it questions, do we really want to get promotion? If you let a Latte Laugh go, say. I wouldn't be surprised if Latte Laugh disappeared in January. I'd like to see one or two coming in, possibly there will be. But if a Latte Laugh was to leave, I just think it sends all the wrong signals out, not just to the fans, the community and the team. Because if I'm in the team going, hold on a minute, even though I'm like Conway, I'm up against them for a position, I say, hold on a minute, we're going to get promotion here. What about injuries and loss of form and we're letting him go, and then the window closes, we don't replace him. We did it with Rodgers, we let Big Crooksy go, was that January as well? So we've seen it happening in the past, and I'll be glad as a Borough fan when the window closes and we've still got everybody. I'll be more than happy. I'll come to these in a minute. Luke says, if we fail to make top 6, will you class that as failure? Me personally, without a doubt, 28-man squad. We know we've got talented players. All 4 strikers, including Bazog here, should get double figures this season. We're up the top of the top 6 for the majority. I don't see how that should change dramatically. So I think every striker should get that. We've got the best squad according to Carrick. Not necessarily the best team, but the best squad. So if you're a 28-man squad, we should be up there challenging for top 6. And if we don't, I would class it as failure. Yeah. That's for me talking here. But if it was a player, I'd be saying the same thing. If I was getting chatted with the press, I'd be saying the exact same thing. I feel sorry for Big Clarky too. He's not done much wrong. Then as soon as Fry is back, he's dropped. Fry has done well since his return, but he should have had to wait his chance when one of our centre-backs loses form. I agree with that as well. I like to see guys like Fry and local lad. I love all that, and Hackney and whatever. I played with loads of local lads. But I think you should fight for your position. If somebody's doing well, and players will accept it greater. If I'm on the bench, I see Latte Laugh bang in goals for fun, I think, I just need to bite the bullet, calm down, I'm not enjoying it, I want to be on there, but I just need to bide my time. And then when I get in, I have to start scoring and keep him out of the team. But these days, there's no reason to rhyme. You bang in 10, you're out for 2 weeks, then you're in again. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, we're having a wee moan and groan here, but we're still, what Carrick's doing, he's sticking to what his gut instinct is and doing what he wants to do. He wants to chop and change. He's doing it. We're 5th in the table. So we can't complain about that. If it went off course and he's still chopping and changing, then there'll be a different debate. Steve Daly says our defence and goalkeeper rotation is going to cost us at the end of the season. No longer a fortress, leaking poor goals. More solid defence will get us over the line. Strikers can still do it with assists from Azaz McGree. Yeah, defensively, in my day, Parky, so Gary Pattinson, Colin Cooper, so Gary Pattinson right back, Colin Cooper left back, Mowbray and Pallister Stephen Persson goal. That was the defence. That stayed in, ban injury every week, always there. And I used to always moan because the odd striker or winger would get the hook. Yeah, off you come. And I say, why is the defence never get taken off? Look at it. Look at defences up and down the country. Very, very seldom get taken off. It's always attacking players. Wingers or usually central midfielders, yeah, now and again, but wingers and forwards always get taken off. But Zog gives us something different as he holds it up well. I like the lad. Yeah, Matt, I'm up for it, yeah. I would pick Clark over Fry. Well, Clark, might be in the next game, as I say. No reason to rhyme. You look at 10 minutes, you look at Fry tonight, you think he's done well. He's been out in the call for nearly a year. He's only played a couple of games. I had him 4th or 5th in the queue, and now he's back in the side. And good luck to the lad. But I like to see players fighting for positions rather than getting handed them. You know, if you're a great player and you get injured, then you have to bide your time. If big Johnny in front of you is doing the business, you just need to, as I say, bite the bullet. England has a 2-year deal to see Dick Steele reacting positively to a challenge Hamilton has signed for us. Remember Rodgers, it takes time to settle, some take longer. It does, Mark, as I say, I can only go with my own experience. And I was 24, so I was older than Hamilton. And certainly Dope. I came 1 year, I despised Middlesbrough. I hated the area. People were nice, yeah, warm, but I just didn't like the area. I didn't like the community, as in, I wasn't going out. A lot of lads were married at the time and kids and no social life, although I didn't drink. I liked a night out, but I just used to sit in the room, eating chocolate and drinking fizzy drinks and reading papers and nonsense. No phones then and technology. I was bored off my tree. So I get it. Now they've got all the technology, but I still get it. Coming to Middlesbrough is a cultural shock. Even more so now, I would say. I've seen the change in Middlesbrough in 40 years. You must have. So it must be more of a cultural shock. It was for me when I came. Mad Jeff playing some good stuff. No worries for the season. Ben Doak is going to be some player. Mad Jeff playing some good stuff. No worries for the season. Ben Doak, yeah, the way Ben Doak is, he's got the height and build of Gary Hamilton, but totally different player. But he's tough, he's direct, he's skillful, good balance. We see him tonight, he can be volatile, and he's got everything, isn't he? If he can stay free of injury. Again, we're talking about January, I'm saying I see one going. Let's hope it's not him. I moved away because it was so deprived. Steve Horn saying he moved away, so deprived. Look, a lot of people in Middlesbrough are lovely people. And that's why I stayed here. I could go anywhere, I could go back to Glasgow, I could go wherever, but I do love it. I love where I am, I love the countryside, I love the people, I love the working class background, the mentality. The majority on the PC, if they are, they should have been Middlesbrough. We love a laugh. And that's what keeps you going. What's this? Yeehaha. I wouldn't put it past Carrick to rest Fry now. We have to laugh at the unknown and how Carrick thinks, Bernie. But man, that's all managers. It's not just Carrick. This is a modern phenomenon. As I say, they all do it. They all think they're wizards. Oh, we can chop anything and do anything. Pep done it, didn't he? Oh, if anybody wants away from Man City, we'll let him go. He's up in arms at the minute. They've only won 1 game in 7. One guy gets injured. And he's like, oh, the best player's injured. What? With all that squad and all that money, all that luxury you've had for years, and you're one player down of real quality, and his quality, but you're making a big deal of it. Get on with it, man. I thought the defence, Michael Webster, hiya Weber. I thought the defence was pretty good tonight. Fry was solid, he was. Dick Steele was good, yeah. One took that shot, and Dieng maybe could have done better, but was a worldie. Of a goal, decent point in terrible weather. As I say, Weber, there's no doubt the conditions were poor. I couldn't feel the wind or see the pouring rain, but I guess, like here, it was terrible. But the goal, windy nights, I'm not a goal kick expert, but I would say if it's a windy night, you don't come off your line. So, he'll know that. The lad don't know that. But we got a point, we didn't lose the game. If we lost the game, then he'd come under more stick. But, as I say, first and foremost, it was like, I remember Ben Roberts getting crucified, hung, drawn and quartered, castrated. when he played at Wembley against Chelsea. I'm there with the late great Ali Brownlee. We barely took our seats and we're 1-0 down. Di Matteo hit one. Emerson and Co didn't go and close the ball down. They let him have a free hit for 25, 30 yards. And it flew over Ben Roberts. Ben Roberts barely had his gloves on. Kick off, boom, boom, goal. Everybody went, Ben Roberts. Crucified the boy. Hey, middle of the goal, should have got it. But it's first minute of the game, whatever it was. But nobody blamed Emerson and Co. All the big hitters, the fancy names for the other side of the world, the Brazilians. None of them mentioned that it should have went and closed them down. Should have. So first and foremost, it starts from there. If he goes and closes them down, they get his shot off. When he doesn't, he gets his shot off and Ben sleeps in as well. So that's a bit like tonight. No work, no prospects in Thatcher's Britain at the time. I would move back tomorrow if I could, but I have a family down here. So that's Stephen talking about that. So I'll read a few of these out. I've still got 6 minutes. So where am I? Look, if we fail to make top, yeah, I've mentioned that. Barry says refusing to wear armbands has caused problems in the Premier this week. Bernie, what do you make of it all? What do I make of it all? I'm sick to death of this garbage politics in football. It's always been in football. I'm not a fan of it. I support everybody in anything, but I won't support anybody in anything if you're forcing it down my throat or rebel. And that's what's happening in society, and people cannot see it. Let people have a choice. The lads are different religions, different background, different country. Does this offensive stuff only go one way? There's a question. It's only one way that's offensive. So the people who want people to wear armbands, footballers, so they say, no, it's against my religion. Then people got them and say no. And then they're castrated and they're pigeonholed as this, that or the other. They're persecuted. No, you should have a choice. You as a fan pay hundreds of pounds to go and see your team. You don't go to see them taking a knee, waving a flag, wearing an armband. I'm not against anybody. I support everybody, but not when I'm forced to support them. I genuinely support people. Genuinely. No matter who they are, what they are, I support everybody, but not in the way people push me to do it. I genuinely do it. Because somebody takes a knee doesn't mean they're not racist. Because somebody wears this doesn't mean they're not homophobic. You're making them. They're not doing it voluntary. You're making them or trying to make them. And now they're rebelling. So for me, my opinion, and I'll stick to it, I don't give a flying who you are, what you are. Don't wear something you don't want to wear. Don't be forced in the corner. Get into just a political football. And the players are being made, bullied. That's a word that comes up with the PC Brigade. Bullying. Well, they're bullying. The authorities are bullying players to wear this, that or the other. I've seen it for years. It's been on many, many years. It's bullshit. Get rid of it. Throw out the game. Support everybody if that's your mentality, which it should be. It should be. And I do. If I was the modern game now, I wouldn't be doing any of it. Because I know I support them all. I don't have to wear these tuppence halfpenny armbands, socks, laces, nail. I know what I am. I'm real. These guys, the majority are probably false anyway. They're being made to. Anyway, don't get me started. That drives me crackers. Great chat as usual, Bernie. Good luck at the vets, mate. Yeah, as I say, the dog's been done, so it's fine. It was just done it a month ago, and obviously it's just coming on the telly now. So the dog's fine. So thanks for your interest in the dog. Good point. They pressured us massively first half, but had one shot. Yeah, they did. As I say, but they had loads of the ball and loads of possession and bit of pace and width. But hey, great point. It could be worse. We still have Lumley between the sticks. Because, by the way, Lumley played, didn't he? Did Lumley play for... Is it Brighton, is it? Where is he? He's played the last couple of games in the Premier League. I was thinking, surely not. Mark says, pick your team for Leeds, Bernie. What would you change, if anything? Oh, Mark, give me a sec, man. Come on, Mark. It's a Friday night and it's 3 minutes to 11. I'll say it on my podcast on Monday. I'll tell you. It'll be part 2 of David Hodgson, by the way. Yeah, I'll give my team and I'll have a think, Mark, but there's no doubt it's going to be changed. There's no doubt about that. I'll give my team on Monday. Definite, Mark. Great chat as usual, yeah. So read these few and that should be me finished. Where are we? If you wear armbands, I mentioned that. Sam Mossy it was. He was one of them. Obviously, he was at Middlesbrough. Played about 30, 40 games, that lad. So he was one of them. Players are forced to wear the armband, Ben. But being forced means you're being bullied. Why are players being bullied to get involved? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. I've said it for years. Not just in this front. Years ago, football clubs, certain clubs or whatever, whoever could wave Ukrainian flags. But if you waved a Ukrainian or a Palestinian or whatever, you weren't allowed to. People's telling you what you can wave and what you can do and what you can't do. Are they kidding us on? They're joking. Lumley's at Southampton, that's where he is, Mark. Thanks for that. Yeah, I knew he was one of the clubs, as I say, when I seen Lumley, I thought, that can't be the Lumley, it was at Middlesbrough. So I'm fed up with that one. Do you know, I played with Alan Comfort. Alan Comfort, he's now a vicar. Alan Comfort played with Middlesbrough. And I remember, I'm sure I'm right in saying it, pretty God, yeah. Alan was a religious guy, that's why he's now a vicar. Always had plans to be a vicar. Great left foot, left winger. Came from, wasn't the Orient, was it? Anyway, we played on a Sunday. There was very few Sunday games. I know 10 a penny now. There wasn't then. And Alan, who's a great kid, says to Bruce, I don't like playing Sunday. It's against my religion. Sunday's day of rest. We bow to that. Fine. You want to wear that? Fine. If you don't, fine. No problem. So yeah, Alan Comfort. So I've been involved in that. I remember Mick McCarthy. He was captain of Celtic. Mick McCarthy, Republic of Ireland. I know Mick well. Straight talking Yorkshire man for Barnsley. And Celtic won the Cup at Hampden. And Maggie Thatcher presented the trophy. Political again. And they never shook their hand. Well, me coming from Glasgow and my background, I would never shook their hand. So why are you putting pressure on people when you don't have to? Kick the political ball into touch. Society's what? Yeah, we don't know that. Lumley's in Southampton. He's getting a few games because they've got 3 goalkeepers out at the minute. Okay, well, good luck to him. I'm not again. I don't know the kid. He had a rough time at Middlesbrough. I'm no. Comfort was from Leighton Orient, Giles. Thanks, hope you well, Giles. Yeah, Leighton Orient, Alan Comfort, great man. And years ago I went to do an interview with him for Borough TV, and I went into his church. He was sitting there with the whatever he wears, or the gear, and lovely kid, lovely guy. But he did, and by the way, do you know how his career finished? We played Newcastle United at St James's Park. Ball got thrown for throwing. He went to play it back, went over, knee went, never played again. And then he became a vicar, I don't know, about 28, 29. Morris gives Hackney the freedom to play. Like Big Webber over goals, Michael Webster. Burnley, like us, came into the game in good form. They did. As I say, they'd only lost 2 in 18. One of the best defences. It's amazing one of the best defences no right back scores, isn't it? It's great. Where are we? Dan says, looks like our strikers are all going to hit double figures this season. Do you agree? Oh, without a doubt. Call me Letty Laugh. Azaz, and I'd put Big Brazog. I think he's good enough to get small games. I think he could do it as well. Great little player, Comfort with a bad injury. Yeah, he was. I said injury, I think what they did, they opened it and there was something wrong, and that was it. He never played again. Mick says, I see Big Josh Coburn. He's still a player's injured. Yeah, I seen that. So Josh Coburn's went to Millwall. By all accounts, he was doing well. Scored a few goals in the starting lineup. And I heard he's out for a couple of months. He's got metatarsal problem. That's the bone on top of your foot. That it's funny. All the years I played, I never heard it metatarsal. I've heard the arsehole, but no metatarsal. But it seems like it's the bone on top of your foot. Was Rooney one of the first, or Beckham? And then now it's the buzzword metatarsal. Sounds good, doesn't it? So yeah, he's still on loan, by the way. He's not their player. Joe says tonight was a massive game against Burnley, and well done the Borough for grabbing the point. Matty says, I enjoyed listening to your podcast a month ago with former Burnley and Borough striker Andy Payton. Yeah, Andy's a good lad. And Colin says 4 wins in the last 5 games going into tonight's game. With a rich vein of form, yeah. And the last one's for John says, West Ham are reportedly looking to sack the manager and bring in Michael Carrick. It's not going to happen. Michael Carrick's got more brains than that. Doesn't matter who goes to West Ham. Davy Moyes brought them the first trophy. Well, I know West Ham renowned for playing good football. I get that. But he wins them a trophy, finished in a European position. The fans hound him out. The hierarchy agrees. They bring a guy in. They'll look a shadow of the team. They've not got any balls at the back. They're not good enough up front. They're getting beat regular. So, metatarsal, it's all to do with soft paper than boots. I'll leave it at that. Right, listen, thank you very much for joining us. Have a great weekend. Stockton, Big Jeff reminded me, Stockton, let's hope it's on, because they'll raise a few quid as well. Let's hope they get a victory, and if you're a footballing fan and you live local, get yourself Stockton. Boost the gate, get them more revenue, keep them afloat, keep them going. Create atmosphere, get behind them, local side. Up the border, well done Michael Carrick, well done the players, well done Dick Steele. Brilliant, great goal. I thought he had a great game tonight, kid, and yeah, everybody enjoy it. Bring on dirty Leeds. See you later. I know a few Leeds fans up here. I'm going to go around and rip the flags off the poles. See you later. Cheers.